"65 million years ago, a catastrophe of global dimensions transformed the appearance of planet Earth. And it all began here. A meteorite measuring several kilometers crashed just off the Yucatan coast in the Gulf of Mexico. It created a crater measuring 180 kilometers. Within the jungle are various entrances to an underwater world, the Cenotes Cave System, a vast subterranean world that extends deep beneath the Yucatan. A few years ago, a number of courageous cave divers started to map this almost inaccessible, dark underworld. A very dangerous project upon which to embark. Openings to the caves within the jungle have been created from limestone, which forms the ceilings of the caves. These openings are entrances into a unique habitat. The Cenotes are a large and tangled cave system of amazing dimensions, and they contain subterranean connections with the open sea. After the Great Catastrophe, a new era began. The mountain ranges of the eastern Sierra Madre began to rise. The sea level fell and a land bridge originated. The volcanic highlands of the Yucatan emerged, and below, a unique natural wonder was formed, the massive cave system of the Cenotes. Experienced cave divers and archaeologists explore the endless labyrinth. And more than 500 kilometers of the groundwater flows of the Yucatan have now been mapped. The Cenotes started life as a reef, but over time became exposed. Along the crater, fissures appeared, which, enlarged by rainfall, gradually created a cave system that extended beneath the ocean bed. Some of the Cenotes have their entrances in karst caves on the surface that resemble the flooded caves and demonstrate their origin more clearly. It's only a question of time until the cave ceilings will eventually collapse, thereby leaving entrance holes exposed on the outside surface. Flooded tunnels, clefts and caves connect the many cenotes across far distances. The mystic play of both shadow and light creates the feeling of being in an enchanted world. The name Cenote is derived from the Mayan word Tzonot, sacred spring. That is what the Mayan people called the countless small waterholes of this region. The holy springs played an important role in Mayan mythology. Beneath the Earth's surface lay various entrances into a hidden underworld, the secret springs of Cenotes. This was the dark primeval sea of the afterlife, in which the gods lived. Animals also lived in this afterworld. Indeed, the entire earth was a living being. Hidden and hardly recognizable, the entrances to the caves look like small ponds. Water lilies grow on them. But beneath is a world of wonder, the largest flooded cave system in the world, an underwater nature park of the superlative. After the Ice Age, the sea level rose once more. Salt water penetrated from below into the caves, and from above the caverns filled with rainwater that became trapped. During millions of years, the groundwater level rose and then sank. So for thousands of years, the caves lay dry. At this time, the incoming water washed the lime out of the porous rock, and dripstones originated that also remained long after the caves became flooded once again. Today, it's incredible to think that this underwater fairy tale world was created by catastrophic events and remarkable freaks of nature. But this represents only a tiny section of the largest flooded cave system on our planet. Much still remains to be discovered. When looking at the small water holes, it's difficult to believe that there's such a huge cave system below them. Those who exchange daylight for this watery world dive into the depths and a labyrinth whose dimensions can only be guessed at. Mayan belief was based on fact. In a mystic way, the Mayans understood that the entire vegetation of the Yucatan depended on the waters of the Cenotes, the circle of nature. But their underworld will hopefully remain a myth, as the roots of the world tree reach far into the depths and preserve the rhythm of life. Due to their myths and culture, the Mayans well understood the ecology of their surroundings, and the underwater world of the Cenotes as the continuance of the world above.